Hey there. So I'm going to quickly go over something that's been bugging me. It's been in the back of my head for a couple of days now. It's all to do with this flight that I just did coming over from Spain. So I flew on one of those new Dreamliners. Well, I say new, I mean they're a year, 2 years old, whatever they are now. Like, these aren't very, very old planes, but something I noticed about them is that they seem to be falling apart pretty quickly. I flew on an Air Canada 787. And I don't know the date that it came into service, but what I did notice is silly little things like when we were taxiing out towards the runway, you go over a small little bump that normally would just sort of like make the plane wobble a little bit, as you're going along the tarmac. Instead, what would happen here is the overhead compartments and stuff would suddenly like open up, and it was just like, hang on a minute, that's a bit weird. And then I'd notice things like the trim in the plane just looks like it's coming away. Like, is that normal? like what is it? I understand that the Dreamliners are built with the composite materials that are slightly different to some of the old materials that have been used for the past couple of decades, but I don't expect the plane to be falling apart or acting like it's falling apart. So anyway, yeah, that was just something that was quick in the back of my head that I wanted to bring up. The other thing I want to talk about while I'm dealing with this particular day was the food. I know that the food has gone downhill quite a lot on Air Canada since the old days. I've been travelling back and forth across the Atlantic now for 2 decades, and it used to be that on a flight like that you would get 2 square meals and you would get a hot towel and everything else. I understand that as time has gone by they've started doing restrictions and cutting on budgets and stuff, and I get that. But I mean, when you fly to Madrid and all you get is like 1 meal, and then at the other end you get like a slice of cake. I mean, I couldn't even work out what it was. I think it might have been a ginger cake or something approximating a ginger cake, maybe a carrot cake with a hint of ginger. I have no idea, but anyway, it looked like a ginger cake. And having just a slice of that instead of a breakfast, it was a pretty abysmal showing, to be honest. I was expecting on the way back to have something similar, and instead I got this, which is on the screen now. If you look at this, you've got where it's made, and it says that this is made in the UK. So obviously for a UK company, this product has had to be sent to Madrid in order for it to get on the plane, and now I'm eating it as I'm getting very close to Canada. So, it's come a long way. But then you look at where the chicken came from that's inside this. I'm not too sure if I need to be amazed at the carbon footprint on this or the fact that somehow this is economical. How good is the quality if you're moving chicken from Brazil halfway around the world to the UK, then getting it somehow back down to Madrid, and then I'm eating it almost in Canada? There's something wrong here. Like, food shouldn't be that uneconomical or that hazardous to the planet. The amount of carbon put out to move this chicken around the earth is probably greater than the mass of the chicken that was actually inside the food. Like, there is something horribly wrong here. So anyway, that's my rant. I don't really have too much else to say other than the plane felt like it was falling apart, and the food, has a bigger carbon footprint than, I don't know, a lump of coal. Alright, that's it for today. Cheers, bye.